What do you consider to be the most attractive aspect of your personality and why?
I think, honestly, the fact that I'm a huge airhead. I forget everything all the time. And also, no. Okay, well, first of all, my mom is the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. She's a mess of a person. Like, she's always forgetting things, but she's adorable about it. And somehow I've inherited that. I'm a huge freaking airhead. And, I don't know. And a dork. I don't know. I guess those two things are the cutest things of my personality. I hate these questions. Oh my god.
I guess exuberance.
I mean, I like myself for the fact I like myself. I'm into myself. I'm a big fan of me, but I think that I'm easy to be around and interesting because I have a perspective of difference, and I've read a lot, and I'm constantly watching my surroundings and making comments. This makes me sound irritating. I like about myself, which most people find phenomenally irritating. But I have a lot to say. Like I'm always amazed by those people who have just no comment to make, on the little things that happen. I don't know. I think I'm fun to be around. Interesting, pretty well read, pretty radical. Yeah.
To me, the most attractive aspect of my personality is how I think I'm quite creative. I have a lot of ideas, and like the way I express myself is quite varied. Like I draw a lot, I do some art things, mainly collages, but also some drawing stuff, and obviously I make videos as well. I have a wide interest in stuff like films and music and books, and I think that's appealing. That appeals to me.
The most attractive aspect of my personality is that I'm just, I don't want to say real because that sounds so, I'm real.
I would say my propensity toward being blunt. I don't have a filter, and I do drink. I do enjoy the bottle, so that only makes it better, I would say. Some would say worse, but if one was to ask me a question, I would answer it truthfully and with no agenda. I feel that my friends and my associates will come to me, hopefully knowing, they know that I won't tell them a lie, that I'll give them the honest answer, whether it's do I look fat in this dress, or should I call her back or should I call him back. I'm honestly candid and blunt. I think that's attractive. I look for that in other people.
And it leads to kind-heartedness in the best circumstances. When I'm able to be kind-hearted. Although recently on the bus I haven't been able to be.
Well, I think what's attractive to one person is not to somebody else. So with the people that I want to be attracted to me, the thing that, I don't know how to really work that, because some of the things that I'm thinking of, it's like the total flip side. So a lot of people don't think it's attractive at all.
Honest. I think everyone thinks that they're honest, though. I really try to be honest, though. Really on the ball. Really just brutal, but understanding.
I don't know if I would call it attractive, but I've been told that it's kind of endearing that I'm kind of a pushover. I don't know. My friends kind of know that if they want somebody to go out or want somebody to go to dinner or order pizza, I'm pretty much always yeah, good idea. I pretty much I'm always down to do whatever.
Yeah, I just kind of value the connections I have with people, and I feel like it's probably the most I have to offer in terms of my personality, is that I am very attuned to what's going on around me. I'm not an oblivious person, and in some ways that can also be my biggest downfall. But I guess sometimes that goes hand in hand. So.
Good one. I think over the years managed to pick up a pretty decent ability to read body language and revert it back into conversation, or just find different ways to make it work. And it's a learning process, but I haven't really thought about it too much before.
Goodness. I hope that it is, it happens in the amount that I'm capable of sharing with people. For instance, I'm here right now because I giggled over an article in a newspaper and struck up a conversation with an interesting neighbor. So I hope that the most beautiful aspect of my personality, most attractive aspect of my personality is just that, is attractive. It's something that, I hope that I'm accessible and approachable.
I think my most attractive personality trait or aspect is friendliness, because I think that that's what we all want. And so if you understand how to truly be friendly, then it becomes attractive.
I think that I'm probably best for being open-minded and nice, and trying to be nice.
And why do you think that's attractive?
Well, that's what I'm attracted to.
I mean, I don't know anything about myself, really. I mean, I only know what other people think of me, and I'm beautiful, so I can't really answer that much.
I definitely know that I'm that person in my family and my friends that people come to talk to, and usually their response, I mean, I'll give advice if they need it, but usually it's my capacity to listen to them and to relate to people. I definitely know that I'm not sure of a lot of things, but I know that I have a gift for that.
When I talk to people, if they feel comfortable talking to me, like they don't have to watch what they say and they can joke around, I like being able to be that kind of person. I don't know how well I phrased that.
Possibly self-confidence. Why do I think it's most attractive? Because it freaks people out and they don't know what to do with it. Excuse me.
I think I have a pretty good laugh. I think I laugh a lot and it's good.
It's so hard to choose. No, I think the most attractive aspect of my personality, I think it's tied between my sense of humor and enjoying a sense of humor in others. So I like to make people laugh, but then I also feel like I make people feel comfortable enough because I'll laugh at their jokes. I'm easily amused.
I try to be generous with people, and I don't think there's really more like another quantitative thing for that. That's a quality that I really like in myself, and I try to nurture in myself. And people do take advantage of it, I think, every once in a while, but I don't think I would like the latter. I don't think I would like to not be generous or open with people.
The most attractive aspect of my personality, I would say, is my humor.
Okay.
I like to think, I make people smile, I make people laugh, and it warms people up, it warms them up to me, it warms them up to a situation, any situation that they're in, and, we just have a better time, I think.
I feel like people, maybe optimism is a good way to put it. I feel like people are attracted to me because, I mean men and women and, grandparents and babies and whatever. Because I just sort of happened to be lucky and had usually kind of happy, and I do try. It's effortful to have a really positive attitude about most things and to project a positive aura, and I think that is something, I mean, like bugs to the lights that you have, and
I think I'd say willingness. I think personality is all about interaction, and when you're interacting with people, you always need to continue to move things forward, and I think for most people, they stop when there is an option. I run into that a lot with people, and I think, well, why don't you ask this, or why don't you do this, or say this, and people just say, oh, whatever, and they just let it go, and I think that's a hindrance to relationships a lot of the time.
Probably just being funny and having a good sense of humor.
I think I can be an easygoing person, and I'm easy to talk to, and so I like to have conversation with people and people I don't know. That's how I met you. And yeah, so I think it's just easy for me to meet people.
I don't know, it's hard to answer. I think my most attractive aspect is my ability to really perceive other people, what's going on, and really like connect with, you know, things that are outside of me.
I think like my friendliness and humor. I'm like warm and accepting. It takes a lot to get to know me, but once you do, like I open up really easily and I'm nice to people.
I would say that I'm straightforward and honest, and I always tell people what I'm thinking and the advantages and disadvantages of the conversation we're having. And that's my inner beauty.
I'm a little awkward. I think I'm really bubbly and awkward, and I think if I get around people I don't know, I tend to ramble and make other people feel comfortable by being a little strange.
That I am myself, and that I always try and, you know, be myself and have fun and make other people have fun, and I think that I guess can be attractive towards other people. A lot of people will like to be around me because I'll always be dancing at a party or, you know, telling jokes or something, and I think that embracing yourself and embracing your individuality really makes a person beautiful.
I think my general friendly aura myself, it seems like I have a magnetic personality, not to sound conceited in any way. It's good and bad. As a bartender in the city of San Francisco, I think I do attract some good and bad people.
My confidence. And I think that is attractive to people because they want it for themselves.
I'm very giving, and the reason for that is just because I was raised that way. People have always said before I was beautiful that I was very caring. Mama Jen, they call me Mama Jen.
I'm a handy guy to have around. I always have things or advice or, you know, just certain things that people sometimes need. I can always come through.
I think that though everyone struggles with humility, I think I try really hard to see myself as everybody else. You know, I think that I understand when I'm behaving in a way that says I'm better than you, and I'm really concerned with treating people the way that I would want to be treated.
I guess like trying to treat people how I would want to be treated.
You're a big golden rule person.
Not like all the time, but I definitely try to just like slow down so that I'm not like projecting all of my shit onto like everybody around me. Because I've done that before too, and just like I've realized that doesn't really work.
My kindness to people, no matter who they are, that it could be a stranger on the street, asking for a ride, and I don't know them, but my heart feels for them.
Actually, I'm really frank, so I think that just kind of telling it how it is, I love it, and I think other people do because they know how I feel. They know that I'm telling it like it is and that I'm not trying to play games or lead them on in some other way.
God, my tolerance. My tolerance for abuse. I can withhold tons of abuse and be able to still function, I think. In fact, over the last 5 years, all the jobs I've held down, my tolerance for abuse has gotten so high, my threshold is, I don't know, I can just take a beating and keep going, really.
I think my ability to meet people on the level where they are. And I think it's an attractive attribute because it allows for honest and authentic communication, and it allows for connection more easily. And I think that connection between two human beings is the most attractive thing.
I feel like I can talk to anyone, and it's not necessarily just like, hey, how's the weather kind of stuff. I can carry on an actual conversation about meaningful things, and it's not like a weird way or like a too intense way, but I feel like I'm pretty approachable, and I'm also pretty funny and just laid back. So as far as personality goes, yeah, I'm just kind of here.
Because I think if people aren't intimidated by you, that they feel that you do have a sort of understanding for them, or if you don't, that you're at least trying to listen or trying to understand them, then I think people are attracted to that. People, if they're not afraid, people aren't afraid to talk to you.
I'm able to remove myself from a situation and look in as an outsider, then that helps a lot with the way that I see people. So even if a person cusses me out or anything like that, I can kind of see why. It's like, you know what, this person was probably raised in a household where the only way they know how to show love is through anger and yelling at people and stuff. So that may be the only way they know how to express love. So being able to remove myself from a situation and look in, it keeps me able to see the beautiful side of people, because I know it's not really their fault. And it's definitely not my fault, but yeah.
I like to think that I'm spontaneous and that I am willing to try anything once, and that I'm not afraid in that respect to hold back. And I like that about myself.
Obviously, it's definitely very personal to whoever is looking at me, but I definitely would think it would be the biting wit and the sarcasm. I also think it's something a lot of people can't handle, but I think as far as it goes with that truth aspect and just that what you see is what you get, it's kind of a refreshing it's a refreshing appeal.
I ran my mouth off a bit too much, what did I say? Well, you just laughed it off, it was all okay.